My name is Scott Henbury. I am the Vice President of Sales for Saskatchewan and Manitoba with Great Western Brewing Company. Yeah, our support of curling started a number of years ago, and we recognize that curling is a phenomenal sport that's very popular across all of Western Canada, and in fact across all of Canada. Our partnership with Team Flash is phenomenal. We love the support that you guys give us. And we certainly feel that we have a good partnership with you guys, and it's a reciprocal relationship. And we certainly wish you guys all the luck at the upcoming trials, and look forward to seeing you hopefully back here in Saskatoon.
Northern Credit Union.
A true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Hi, I'm Troy Slater, Greenbrier Golf and Country Club and Greenbrier Estates and DNS Homes. Well, currently we have 143 lots in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which have been underway for a while now. And as you can see around Greenbrier, it's a great developed area just on the outskirts of Saskatoon. And now we've just started Phase 3, and we have another 54 lots available for sale now.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Good morning, folks, and welcome back to curling.com and sportsnet.ca's continuing coverage of the Nufloors Penticton Curling Classic. John Cullen once again alongside Melissa Saligo for this Pool C battle. I think it's Pool C. It is. No, it's not. It's Pool B. Who cares? The pools are just the pools. It's a Pool B battle between 2-0 Karsten Sturmay and 2-0 Mike McEwen. And Melissa, I think we're in for a good one here this morning. These are two of the world's top-ranked teams, and two teams that are looking to get that all-important third win.
Exactly, a good start for both these teams, wanting to starting their day yesterday with a 2-0, and really important for them, one of them, to be 3-0 at the end of this game.
Oh yeah, yeah, it looked like it was catching frost. Yeah.
And so we've got an early hog from Colin Hodgson, and we're already, we can talk about the ice a little bit, Melissa. This is something that we've seen over the course of this event so far, our first day on Sheet D yesterday, we saw that the ice, especially early on, if you're playing a new track on the ice, it can really slow the rock down, and we saw that there. You know, Colin Hodgson, one of the world's best leads, he's not going to hog rocks too often.
Not very often, no, and that is exactly what you're just saying. Is one of the things we saw yesterday is you have to be very, very aware of every path out there, because an inch difference in the path made a big difference in the weight.
So as we said, both teams are 2-0 in that Pool B. Right now, it's a very clear division down the middle. 3 teams at 2-0, Colton Flash being the other one in their pool, and then 3 teams at 0-2 looking to get on the board today. Cody Hartung, Dean Jonice, and Matthew McCready. And as we've said before, if maybe this is your first time joining us, we are now also on World Curling TV, of course, picking up coverage of this event. We thank them for that. We're going to see some great games all day, and we're going to need to see those teams get some wins and get on the board, because if you can maybe get to a third win, you're probably favoring yourself to get into the playoffs, because as we've said earlier, this is a 12-team playoff here, so the top 2 teams in each pool automatically advance, and then it's 4 top teams after that that also get into the playoffs. And so a lot of opportunity here, and you got to think that 3 wins probably gives you a pretty good chance to at least get, in the mix for one of those extra spots.
I would think so for sure. Just the way that the additional 4 teams that qualify, this is such a fabulous way to qualify the teams. As you say, it's a big purse, so it's really important, but 3-0 should be very comfortable for most of the teams. We do have a battle of the BC. You just mentioned McCready and Jonice, neither of them having a win yet, so they're battling over on Sheet A, and obviously one of them will come out with a win today.
Yeah, obviously the Penticton Classic, a great showcase for BC curling and a good opportunity for some of these, maybe mid-tier BC teams to get some exposure, to be playing against some of these top teams and really being able to work on their game. Of course, I curled in BC for a number of years, and we've been lucky. We had the West Coast Classic at the Royal City Curling Club for a number of years, run by Brent Pierce, and then that went away. And, it's hard for BC teams to get out of the province and find that elite competition. And so Matt Tolley and Kathy Jones and the whole team here at the Penticton Curling Club kind of stepped in and brought elite curling back to BC, and it's been fabulous for the sport in this province.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. What a fantastic job everyone here in Penticton is doing, and hopefully for years to come. So both teams here in this first end just trying to feel each other out, and obviously Sturmay with Hammer was trying to set up a corner guard. Didn't really pan out that great for them, but they do have a small opportunity here now for a hit and roll. You can see about half of that blue McEwen stone.
And we'll meet the teams. Karsten Sturmay, of course, from Edmonton, Alberta. He was very successful at the university level, playing for the University of Alberta Golden Bears, and of course lost the Alberta final to Brendan Botcher a few years ago. And his team is out of the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton. Karsten Sturmay at skip, Tristan Steinke at third, Chris Kennedy at second, and Glenn Venance at lead. And of course, if you're a curling fan, you'd be very familiar with Team Mike McEwen. They've had the same roster for the entire quadrennial, and of course they'll be one of the teams that will be in the Olympic trials coming up in Saskatoon in November. Curling out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, skip Mike McEwen, third Reed Carruthers, second Derek Samagalski, and lead Colin Hodgson. So this is a tricky little port here, Melissa, for Reed to get this Sturmay stone through.
Yeah, it was such a great roll by Tristan's, and there it is. Like, you can see how small that port is.
Yeah, great shot there from Reed.
So I think that was Chris Kennedy who made the hit and roll on the first one. So now Tristan trying to duplicate his teammate's shot, hit and roll behind those 3 rocks. Called sweep right out of his hand.
Glenn Venance really digging into this one. Will they be able to keep it in play? They will not. And so an opportunity here for McEwen to maybe split the rings. Get an old school force.
Okay.
So you can see here McEwen choosing the wide path for this. If the ice was, maybe a little bit more keened up, we might see them take the inside out turn here, but they're feeling a little more confident that this path has been played a little bit more in practice, and so they're going wide to get this one just into the 4 foot on the tee line.
Still got max, boys. Looks hot.
Not laying a brush to it, obviously waiting for it to make some curl, which means it'll take some of the weight off. Would love it to be back 4. Looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, curled maybe a little more than they thought.
Did.
They were looking to put that in sort of the 4 foot on the left-hand side of the tee line as you're looking at it. So it might be an opportunity here for Karsten Sturmay if they can make a good freeze here to get something generated.
You just think, John, where he put the broom. I think Mike had that broom on the edge of the 12, and that crossed the center. You can see the difference here, though, for Team Sturmay. They're actually edge of 8, so that's quite a bit of difference in where their broom placement is. So we'll see how this rock reacts.
Room. Room.
Yeah, this one's got maybe a little extra speed on it. Yeah, that's going to go right by.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, Melissa. We've seen that. Even one extra rock on a path can really quicken it up. And so it seemed like Tristan Steinke maybe thought that he just had to be a little bit heavier because they had seen some of the paths maybe be a little bit slower to start, but just having that Reed Carruthers rock down there might have been the difference between that one slowing down and not.
And we heard numbers yesterday, John, somewhere between 14 in some spots, 15 in some spots, and reaching 16 hog to hog in some spots. That's incredibly fast. So great job by the ice makers here at the Penticton Curling Club.
Yeah, Chris Jones and his crew got the ice looking mighty nice so far this weekend. And yeah, anytime you can get ice that quick, it's an elite surface that teams prefer to play on. So we'll get our first look at Mike McEwen here without the hammer, already lying 2 and looking to get a 3rd into the rings.
So Mike's put his broom on pretty much the same path that Reed threw on.
Okay, line's good.
So we know a rock's already come down that path.
Actually has to curl a little.
Yeah, tee it. Back tee, it's good. Back tee. Back tee.
Yep.
Back tee.
Yep. Oh, that weighted. It's good.
So again, we can see there maybe just a little wider path, and it just didn't quite curl as much, and we saw it just die there.
You can be shot if you make it really good.
So this is an opportunity here for Karsten Sturmay to maybe get a hit and roll behind and maybe pull a 2 out of the ashes here.
Yeah, firm weight. He'd ideally 2 options. He can roll in front of that blue stone that's back 8, but you heard Tristan say we could also get shot rock if we could roll it right across the rings to the 8 foot behind that red corner guard. So 2 options here.
You like that price? 2/3 on the inside? Do we need extra or no?
So Karsten Sturmay is first here in the first.
Whoa!
Looking for a long hit and roll.
Chris! Hard, Chris!
Trying to get it to curl.
That's right there.
And that's just a nose hit for Karsten Sturmay. So we might see McEwen try the same roll and force Sturmay into a draw.
Easy, like edge, yeah.
Easy nose.
And why not if you can force your opponent to draw against 3 in the first end? That's never a bad thing.
I'd love him to have to throw a draw or make a funky roll.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're just looking for the nose here, and the reason for that being that if Karsten Sturmay were to hit this one, it wouldn't be shot if he were to hit it on the nose. So Mike McEwen just looking for a simple hit and stick to lie 3 and force Karsten Sturmay to draw for his 1, or make a funky roll, as Mike says.
Line! Whoa!
And right on the nose it is. So it's Mike McEwen lying 3 without hammer, and Karsten Sturmay is going to have to draw the 4-foot here. And we've seen a couple mistakes on this path so far, Melissa. So this is not an easy shot in the first end against 3.
It's not. So he's taken the same line that he gave Tristan a couple of rocks ago. So Tristan unfortunately was heavy, so he's got to take that into consideration. He does have that one at the back of the 8-foot. I don't know if he can come. I think he can come to it.
Yeah, I think if he comes to it, he'll be shot.
Yeah. So he's got some playroom here. Ideally wants this right on the button.
So final stone here for Karsten Sturmay in the first. Facing 3 Mike McEwen counters. Needs a piece of the 4-foot.
Line's good. Line's good.
Van Nance and Kennedy have picked this
Running.
up.
Get off this one.
It looks okay.
You're fine. You got a little.
Might need to slow down a bit. Needs a little kiss here, and he will get it. So Karsten Sturmay had the pressure on him, but makes no mistake, and we'll put 1 up on the board. That'll be a 1-0 lead for Sturmay over McEwen, but McEwen will have their first chance with the hammer when we come back. You're watching curling.com.
My name's Scott Henbury. I am the Vice President of Sales for Saskatchewan and Manitoba with Great Western Brewing Company. Yeah, our support of curling started a number of years ago, and we recognize that curling is a phenomenal sport that's very popular across all of Western Canada, and in fact across all of Canada. Our partnership with Team Flash is phenomenal. We love the support that you guys give us, and we certainly feel that we have a good partnership with you guys, and it's a reciprocal relationship, and we certainly wish you guys all the luck at the upcoming trials, and look forward to seeing you hopefully back here in Saskatoon.
Northern Credit Union.
A true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Half tight.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Nufloors Penticton Curling Classic, live on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo for this battle of undefeated teams. Karsten Sturmay of Edmonton facing off against Mike McEwen of Winnipeg. And I would say, Melissa, a pretty good start for Team McEwen. They were able to put some pressure on Sturmay early.
Yeah, they made no mistakes that first end, that's for sure. And just a couple small half shots and that one miss by Tristan forced Karsten to have to draw against 3, but he made no mistakes, so puts 1 on the board. Now with hammer here in the second end, Mike McEwen throwing a corner guard. And I think you'll see them trying to be a little bit more aggressive with hammer as well.
It's just past your feet.
This should just kind of choke up. That's good. Is that one like for line is similar or no?
No, I think it moves. You want to go here?
So, of course, we have a bunch of other action around the houses here in Penticton. We'll try and do our best to keep you updated on all the other games as they're happening. As we said earlier, Team Jonice playing off against Team McCready on sheet 1. Beside them, a big game, Nicholas Sedin facing off against Suyuk Kim. That's on sheet B, and that we have coverage of that here on Curling Live. You can just head over to our YouTube page and check that out. It doesn't have any audio, but we do have the cameras on that sheet. Beside them, we've got Jeremy Hardy facing off against Kevin Cooey. We also have that game streaming, so again, just search Nufloors Penticton Classic, and that'll come up for you. So we're actually featuring 3 games this morning, but much like the Adine Kim game, that game will not have, or no, it will have audio, it has commentators, but no player audio, I believe. And then beside our feature sheet, we've got Colton Flash facing off against Cody Hartung in a battle of Saskatchewan. Colton Flash out to an early 2-0 lead there. And then on sheet F, it's a BC battle as well between Jared St. John and Wes Craig, and Wes Craig is out to an early 2-0 lead there.
We could get a 14-8 there, I think.
So on our sheet, John, Glenn's, they were trying to get that second red stone closer to the house, closer to the center line as well. Because of where it stopped, it actually choked off the in-turn come-around corner for Team McEwen. So now they've elected to go around the center.
And this doesn't quite curl as much as they would hope, so Chris Kennedy will have a chance to make a little hit and possibly roll here. That guard's high enough, you can probably get to the inside of it.
What's the weight here? Okay. Down bump.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just hack.
1.
Glenn working hard to try and get some finish on this stone. He jumped it out of his hand, and when you do that, sometimes you kill the line early. So you want to give it a chance at the beginning.
Yeah, that looked like what happened there for sure. It really didn't finish.
And we've seen that spot a lot, and we do know it curls there. So great chance here for Team McEwen and Derek Samogelski to get this hit and roll.
Curl. Curl.
Again, they're trying to get it to curl as well.
Curl. 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 Good sweep ball.
And it just won't quite get enough finish to get behind that guard.
Same weight.
You can see just a little less of the blue stone this time. So Karsten Sturmay asking Chris to hit and roll away.
Similar weight.
12. Clean. Yep. Hard.
This one is really curling.
Hard. Stay on it. Hard. Whoa.
Just looked like a little less weight. They said his first one was hack, but that one was truly hack. Might have been even a little lighter than that. And this ice, very weight sensitive, very similar to arena ice in that sense that if you're a little down on your weight, it will over curl. And we see that there. So an opportunity here for Mike McEwen to get something going with the hammer.
Really gotta go. No. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So again, just another one we see a little bit light, and it just curls that little bit extra. So a mistake there from Derek Samogelski, which might allow Sturmay to get off the hook here a little bit.
And again, it's what we've seen all day yesterday, and we're already seeing it this morning, John, is just how weight sensitive it is. And if you're on a certain line and you don't have the weight pretty darn close, it's going to react way different than you're expecting it to. So, as you say, a little bit of a chance here now for Sturmay. He was about to face 2, but has a chance to get out of this.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Would love to get the hit and roll behind.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, lots of real estate to roll to.
Yes! Hard! 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 No roll. Oh, sit.
And so that will roll in behind, and that is that rock is long gone. won't be any getting to that one. So Mike McEwen just having Reed Carruthers draw with his first here. Of course, the Penticton Curling Classic brought to you by Nufloors. Brad and Annette Wood, fantastic sponsors of this event for quite some time now, and you can check them out on the internet at newfloorspenticton.ca. And this particular feature draw is brought to you by Canadian Tire, Greyback Construction, and Kettle Valley Memorial. Each featured draw being brought to you by different local businesses. So if you're in Penticton or in the area, make sure you check them out and support those businesses that support curling.
You saw the conversation there. Reed was really doubting what the draw weight is in this particular spot. And Mike yelling down, just saying, same as the draw to the button. So I'm just getting the time on it, 14.6, hog to hog.
It should be a little heavy.
It's too late.
Comes down, but I think Sturmay will have the opportunity to come right on top of that.
14.6.
Expecting this to run pretty straight. It's pretty good here. 14.5 to T kind of thing. Okay, similar. Okay.
Yeah, lots of communication between these two teams, just trying to be as accurate as possible in terms of what the draw weight is doing in each path. I'm going to get an idea what this one is.
I think you're really close.
Close.
They put the broom in the different spots for obviously the way each team throws,
Line's good.
which is why they're having the continued conversation about what the weight is doing.
Chris.
So let's have a look here. This is 14.3.
Gotta go, both of you. Hard, go, hard.
They want to move this a little bit to get shot, and they won't, but not a bad shot from Tristan Stanke, but it is McEwen sitting one with hammer, and Reed Carruthers just looking to get to the corner of this Sturmay stone.
Okay, I thought it's close. Go ahead.
Line's good. Room. Line's good. Line's good. No, Colin, no. Straight. Straight. You got to hold the line.
Line.
No. Hard, hard, hard.
You can just see it finishing there. They're trying to keep it on the center line side of that red stone. That's pretty perfect. What a great shot.
Yeah, very nice shot from Reed Carruthers there, and Sturmay could be in trouble here.
Yeah.
Run the red. You have a huge target on the red.
I don't hate running the red. Like.
I guess maybe from my last one too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I do have a couple angles, right? I do have that red. I also do have the blue-red combo.
The sit shot rock, yeah.
So I think I throw the guard on this one.
And then what does he do? He's gonna.
He might clear.
Probably clears.
Probably
then
clears.
then you might have the double.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I think
Okay.
that's
I like
the
it.
sequence then.
Okay. Thinking like half tight. Yeah. Just like that.
You and I both looking at each other when we heard the
Yeah.
the word running the red, and we weren't sure.
Yeah, I was a little confused, but I think he's talking about his potential options on his last one. I thought he was talking about doing it right now,
I did
and I was a
too.
little bit like, I don't know. But it's it seemed clear they agreed on the guard early, and then we're talking about how they might have a way to get into the rings and get at that shot stone with Karsten's last one. So they're just looking to guard here, just maybe delay the end by a rock.
I think you want to clean this early unless I'm drastically heavy, so it doesn't.
They know that Reed's rock is in a really good spot that he just threw there, so just trying to make sure that their red can't be removed.
Line's good.
Early.
Early.
They're trying to keep this one out early. They don't want it to
Hard.
get to that break point, delay the break point as long as they can. So it doesn't over
Doesn't
curl.
need finish. Needs to stop. Sit.
That's going to be pretty darn good, I would say.
I think the straight draw is
Yeah, looks not too bad, but we can already hear McEwen talking about drawing. And that's certainly there.
Yeah, where that guard stop, it's only halfway, so there is lots of room still.
I don't think I can tap this. I'm not sure I can get.
I think it's close to getting it, but it's not easy.
No, that'd be the best shot.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I think you throw this weight. Wow, there's a little bit.
There's different
There's
shots.
subtle lines.
Yeah.
I think I'm drawing here.
Okay.
I mean, let him play that.
Okay.
I always have the run.
I did like this shot, but.
Well, we could set him up too. We could go right here. He can't guard everything. If I could put it right there. Sorry? If I could place it perfectly right here, he cannot guard all the runs. Yeah, that's also good.
Yeah.
That's probably the shot. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. Well, like you're just on this line.
Yeah.
Like right there is like so mint.
I love when you have lots of options. You have a 6 foot space to draw to. That's pretty good.
Yeah, what is Mike McEwen, a lead? That's why I always loved playing lead. It was like, well, just sort of
in this area.
Yeah, get it in this 6 foot radius, and it's a 4.
I think this is the shot.
So the goal here for Mike, he
It's a
wants to
little bit
keep
of a
this
guess
at
on
least
weight.
half open, if not 3/4 open. So he has a run with that particular shot. If Carson doesn't guard it, if he does, he also has the run on the center one.
Anywhere on that line within 3 to 4 feet of weight, and it's still good.
Yeah, if Mike makes this, Carson will have a decision to make, whether he wants to kind of guard for his life or try to make that long run back that he was talking about. But of course, if he were ever to miss the run back, and Mike has made this shot well, then could be a shot for 4 for McEwen. So this is a little setup shot here from Mike McEwen with his first in the second with hammer. They're lying 1, and he's looking to set the trap.
It felt good.
Okay, line's good.
Derek, off. Off,
Line's
Derek,
good.
off.
Line's good.
Has to curl, Derek.
Has to curl.
Whoa, ticket.
Ticket. Yep.
Somebody make a line call. Good, that works.
I'll let you answer that one.
No, yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. Doesn't Mike make the line call? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know who they want to make the line call.
Exactly. But. Yeah. I guess I think it was just that both Mike and Reed didn't quite know how to.
Yeah, like if you think
how to call that one.
Yeah.
They were maybe we get a tick, maybe we don't. But yeah.
Well, and in fairness to Derek, he's just trying to keep it clean. He didn't know what the line was, so he's like waiting to hear something.
I see a world where
good shot
hit
though.
It really good, and they're sitting 1 in the end. But
yeah, you could, but I think it's worth the risk, right? Like as long as I get rid of a blue,
Yep.
the worst it ever is a 2. I think the upside's better than the downside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like he's probably making contact on that. So like if you did guard it, like what's his other shot? What's a shot for a 2?
Yeah. I'm just saying I think there's an outside chance of a steal, which is pretty big.
Okay, but it's okay. Good. All right.
I like
it. He's trying to. You think you want to kind of plant this here?
Yeah, they've been talking about this for 3 rocks now, so I know he wants to play it. The other option, of course, is to guard the one that Mike just threw.
Yeah, I sort of, Tristan Steinke was kind of saying, well, if we guard it, I mean, it is a really hard 2 if they guard it.
I think the way we make this one is we're planning to sweep it the whole
But
way.
Karsten thinks they could steal if they make this, so that's why he's elected to throw it. But I think, as you said, Melissa, sometimes as a skip, you talk about something for a few rocks in a row and you get it in your mind that that's the best option. And I don't know. I personally would probably be guarding here. I think it's a pretty hard shot for Mike to get 2. He's likely running his own blue 10 feet back and then trying to hit the blue onto the red exactly. That's not easy, but I guess it's there.
I think if you ever have an opportunity to force your opposition to one with hammer, that's always a small little victory, but Karsten is set on this shot, so let's see what happens. You know he's going to be close.
Pretty good shot. So as Karsten said, he just had to get rid of one of the blues, and McEwen can't get more than two, so that is certainly true. Nice shot from Karsten Sturmay.
It looks kind of like I need about this weight.
And I guess in fairness to Karsten, this is also a pretty hard shot for two.
That is very true.
An 8-foot tap to the pin.
Probably looking at probably that. Okay.
And that's just it, Melissa. Sometimes a skip sees a shot, and that's the shot they're comfortable making and playing, and
One more broom.
no one else's opinion is really relevant. most certainly mine.
I guess from a coaching standpoint, or you have a guard, which is, low percentage difficulty versus a double run back, whatever. A little higher percentage of difficulty, but high degree. But again, whatever you see.
So here we go. Final stone for Mike McEwen in the second end. He's sitting one, and he's got to make a 8-foot tap to the pin for his second point.
Back 12's okay.
This is all about the communication from the brushers to let them know what the weight is, let Reed know.
Curl. Whoa, line. Whoa. Yep.
He is darn close here. What
and
a
he
shot.
makes it. Phenomenal touch from Mike McEwen. Perfect weight, perfect line.
Wow.
And we'll put 2 up on the board for Team Mike McEwen. So some excellent shots from both skips, but it's Mike McEwen that prevails with the deuce, with the hammer in the second. They're up 2-1 on Karsten Sturmay. When we come back, Sturmay will have the hammer. You're watching curling.com.
Took the weight off it on the
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Hi, I'm Troy Slater, Greenbrier Golf and Country Club and Greenbrier Estates and DNS Homes. Well, currently we have 143 lots in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which have been underway for a while now. And as you can see around Greenbrier, it's a great developed area just on the outskirts of Saskatoon. And now we've just started Phase 3, and we have another 54 lots available for sale now.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back. Nice shot of Glenn Venance there, lead for Karsten Sturmay. After 2, it is Team McEwen leading Team Sturmay 2-1. But Sturmay will have the hammer as we watch this third end. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo. And Melissa, a fine display of shot making last end. Karsten Sturmay making a double angle run back to force Mike McEwen into a very difficult shot for 2. And Mike McEwen made no mistake making that 8-foot tap to the button for his deuce.
On his first one, they were talking about this 6-foot area anywhere on the line, and the second one he had about an inch.
Yeah.
So big difference between the two shots, but no mistake made by Mike McEwen. What a fantastic shot.
As we said, these two teams are both at 2-0 in Pool B here in Penticton. So a big game here to decide who will take over the lead. Colton Flash also at 2-0 in this pool, so could be a two-way tie after this if he manages to be successful over Cody Hartung. But certainly a big game here in Pool B action.
An interesting start to this end. I think I was kind of listening to Team Sturmay talk about their end plan, and they were hoping to really get actually 2 corner guards up, but because Team McEwen elected to come short, they had no choice but to play around it. So a very interesting start, completely different from what they were planning from the get-go.
Line's good. Yes, hard.
Yeah, something best laid plans. So
Off. You don't want to hook it. Off.
And so this one coming up just a little short from Glenn Van Nance.
Oh, yeah.
And this will give McEwen another opportunity to get at that red one on the button. Both these teams have been quite busy this season. Team McEwen, of course, were successful at the Trials direct entry event, so they will be at the Trials in Saskatoon in November, the Roar of the Rings, to see who can represent the Olympics. And of course, Mike and his old team coming second in 2018 to our eventual champions team Cooey. So certainly Mike will be looking to avenge that loss. And Karsten Sturmay's in the pre-trials coming up in a couple weeks in Liverpool, Nova Scotia.
Yep, keep going on. Distance. Good throw.
And both teams, knowing it's an Olympic year, like I said, have been very busy this season. This is Karsten Sturmay's 6th event.
Medium, easy, what do you like?
They've qualified in a few different events. In the Leduc Alberta Curling Series, they lost the final to Jeremy Hardy, and they were quarterfinal losers to Brendan Botcher in Okotoks. And they've been across the country otherwise. They've been in Saskatchewan, they've been in Oakville, and now here in Penticton. And they have some more stuff coming up in November and December. So busy year for the young lads from Edmonton, and Mike McEwen, always one of the busier teams on tour.
Yep.
This is their 4th event. But of course, they'll have the 2 slams coming up after this weekend.
No roll. That's it.
And that will just roll through the hole.
Freeze it up.
Mike indicating that the blue one is second shot, so maybe a chance here to throw the freeze again. Just having another look at it.
I'm not sure, but I still like this.
Derek threw this on his previous shot and just clipped the guard, but did manage to roll it into the 8-foot.
Think a little more? No. Think it'll be better with this many stones.
So Derek Samagalski had the perfect weight on his last one. It just over-curled a little bit, so we'll see if they can find the right spot this time.
Good. T-line.
You heard Derek ask for more ice because the other one over-curled, but basically Mike just alluded to the point that we've been making. If you have a stone come down one path already, the second one's going to run a little bit better and a little bit quicker for you. And this is a great, look at the curl on that. Great shot, though, from Derek.
Phenomenal touch from Derek Samagalski. It will leave Sturmay as the shot stone still, but phenomenal shot, and that's going to force Sturmay into peeling the center guards. Karsten Sturmay, of course, no stranger to the Alberta sponsorship game. I feel like curling teams from Alberta just always have an insane number of sponsors, maybe because people in Alberta actually care about curling. But their team sponsored are Straight Bet, Section 35 Farm Distillery, GN Johnson Mechanical, Macmillan Team, Bannister Ford, The Ranch Pet Care, J&A Petrick Family Farm, Brown Chevrolet, Here to Health Wellness Clinic, and their presenting sponsor is Baby X Vodka. And so I don't know if they can maybe, I don't know if that sponsorship deal includes a little something for the commentators, but I feel like something called Baby X Vodka would lead to me making mistakes. But
that's fine.
they're a vodka and gin company out of Alberta, and their equipment sponsor is Balance Plus. So
I kind of like guard.
Huh? Yeah, me too.
Guard?
Yeah, guard the 3.
Okay.
So quick discussion here by Team McEwen. One of the options obviously was to hit one of the red stones, blue onto red, or just even hit the open red one, but they've elected to throw the guard, and they're actually going to be guarding the one on the right-hand side of the sheet as we see it, sort of the number 3 rock from what I heard Mike say. That's going to force Carson to probably have to play a peel again, try and open things up here, unless Reed can't convert this perfect guard, which I don't expect to happen.
Little bit for line. Okay, doesn't need to curl.
Just needs to stop. I was gonna tell him, make sure you throw this light.
And that'll do.
Your best shot actually might be. I think it's this. Okay. And then the 3 spins over top. Nose isn't bad either.
Let's see out.
So Tristan trying to get a lot of granite to move here. I'd like to run this blue one back onto the one that's sitting in the top 4. I'm trying to get all 3 blue ones to move.
Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Hard. Yes. Hard. Yes. Hard.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice shot
really
from Tristan
nice
Steinke,
shot.
yes. That's a big one. He's able to get those blues off of the button.
Yeah, just
Still looking okay if you're Team McEwen.
Easy weight.
That definitely changes the look of this end.
Yeah, brings the blank into play for Sturmay, certainly.
clean.
Whoa.
So Reed looking for the hit and stick.
Whoa.
Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Oh, shoot. I was trying to keep it like just.
Ended up not being heavy.
So a chance now for...
If you just tear the 3, you can get it. If you take the 3 first, you'll get it too. Throw it hard.
Chance for Tristan Steinke here to finish the job. Got a few of the blues out on his first one and now looking to get the remainder out.
Hard. 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 Catch the red.
Great shot.
And there we go. Call him Tristan Bond. He finished the job. No problem. All the blues are gone, and Sturmay now looking very good for a blank after looking like they were in some trouble there for a minute. So some excellent shots there from Carson Sturmay's third.
I think this is close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think with 2 rocks, he removed about 5 or 6 shots.
5
or 6,
yeah.
Yeah, 5 rocks. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's a good gig if you can get it. Looking at some of the other sheets out here, Nicholas Adine has a 2-0 lead. over Team Kim from South Korea. Again, you can watch that game on the Curling Live Sheet B feed. Kevin Cooey having a big second end in an all-Alberta battle between themselves and Jeremy Hardy. Kevin Cooey leads that one 4-1. That game also is going to be featured on Curling Live if you want to check that out. On the Sheet E right in front of us, they got the biter stick out and determined that Cody Hartung did in fact score a second point in the third, so they're tied now 2-2 with Colton Flash. And on Sheet F, teams exchanging twos, Jared St. John and Wes Craig. So Wes Craig currently leads that one 4-2. They're playing the fourth, St. John with hammer. So Mike McEwen just looking to get around this corner guard here and force Sturmay into another tough one, and this one is just not going to be there. Just a brand new path and can't quite get it where they want it, and so this is actually an opportunity for Sturmay maybe to create a two.
So, like, if we go over here, it's probably a blank. Like, I think if you're liking it, it's just, you know.
I think it's worth it. We just saw the trap.
Okay, we have that option.
I like this. It's a good opportunity.
Okay, all right.
I like the way Karsten's thinking there. You know, Tristan said we can go to the open side and keep the blank alive, or just try and get one behind there, and you never know. Maybe get a skip's deuce.
Close.
Why not?
Why not? I always say, yeah. And I think, you know, I think obviously Sturmay, a great team. They're ranked number 22 in the world, and Mike McEwen, of course, ranked 6th. So there is a bit of separation between the two teams. But, you know, Sturmay obviously a very solid team, but would think coming into this game that, you know, a win over McEwen is a big win for anybody. And so you probably think, well, with the hammer, are we going to get a lot of chances for two? You know, I mean, look, without Tristan Steinke making two amazing shots, you know, McEwen was actually kind of looking at a steal for a lot of this end. So I like Carson's thinking as well. You may not get better opportunities to get two against Mike McEwen, especially with the way those guards are staggered. If you can get this one really lost behind that red one, Mike's going to have to make a freeze to prevent you from scoring two. So I like the call too.
Sideline. Hard line.
I like when we agree.
Me too.
Just get along.
We're good like that. And this one is also really curling. So just maybe a tricky spot on the sheet, as we've seen both Karsten Sturmay and Mike McEwen come up light and tight. And now Mike will have the chance to get around that pile of guards and potentially force Karsten to one.
So I think if I throw my positive rate,
I think we can
you
still.
got to remember, he's also 6 feet light.
Yeah, and we can work it with the brooms to make it curl if we have to. Let's make sure we get one in. Yeah, there and positive.
So they're talking about Mike's release there, Melissa, just saying they want to make sure that he not only is out to the broom, but that he is maybe a little positive on his release to maybe prevent that early break point. Is that right?
That's right. I think both of those guys, where they put the brooms, even though they were a little bit light, they may not have been out to the broom, so not as positive as you want, because we've seen this obviously 3 times now. We've seen this rock over curl. So you want to be at least 2 and out to the broom with a positive rotation. Give your sweepers a chance. You can see the rotation there. You can give yourself a chance now to get around those guards. You know it will finish.
Get ready to curl. Get ready to
There it
curl.
goes.
Whoa!
Get it in there.
Whoa, get ready,
Go
Derek.
ahead,
This
Derek.
looks great.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Derek. Go, buddy. Go. Go, go, go,
Yep,
go,
keep
go.
going, keep going.
Go, 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 go,
Great
go.
shot. That was well thrown. Good adjustment. And now the force is on.
The force is indeed on, and so unfortunately for Karsten Sturmay, his opportunity for 2 was missed, and Mike McEwen making a fantastic draw, and so now it's going to be a repeat of Sturmay's shot in the first. Same track, same line. And in this case, doesn't need as much of the house, just needs to bite the 8-foot to score his 1. So final stone here for Karsten Sturmay, needs a piece of the 8-foot to score 1.
Line's good.
That's how quickly things can change, John. You're
Still
looking at an
holding. Hasn't
opportunity
really
to get a deuce one rock ago, and now you're drawing for one with hammer. And it's a great shot by Karsten.
Yeah, Karsten makes no mistake, so that will tie this game up at 2. A bit of a back and forth third end, but in the end, it is a force by Mike McEwen, and they will take the hammer into the fourth end. We're all tied up here at the Penticton Curling Club. You're watching the Nufloors Classic live on curling.com.
My name is Scott Henbury. I am the Vice President of Sales for Saskatchewan and Manitoba with Great Western Brewing Company. Yeah, our support of curling started a number of years ago, and we recognize that curling is a phenomenal sport that's very popular across all of Western Canada, and in fact across all of Canada. Our partnership with Team Flash is phenomenal. We love the support that you guys give us, and we certainly feel that we have a good partnership with you guys, and it's a reciprocal relationship, and we certainly wish you guys all the luck at the upcoming trials, and look forward to seeing you hopefully back here in Saskatoon.
Northern Credit Union.
A true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Nufloors Penticton Curling Classic live here on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo for this morning draw between two 2-0 teams, Mike McEwen and Karsten Sturmay. And Melissa, we saw a great example last end of just great ice management from Mike McEwen, I would say. We've watched, this is the fourth game now we've watched on this sheet, and it seems like it's, taking some time for the teams to figure it out. And after 2 missed draws, one by Mike and one by Karsten, they just had a really good talk about how to make the shot, and they made it, and they got the force they wanted.
Yeah, that was a terrific conversation there by Team McEwen to have, to understand, seeing 2 rocks come up light, how do you get behind there? And you can't just let it go on that particular spot. You heard Reed say it's got to be positive. So they took the same ice, just threw it a little bit different, and he makes a perfect one and forced Karsten Sturmay to have to draw to the middle for a single point. Goal accomplished.
Hard, you gotta go.
We're tight. That rock's slow, I think.
So they were looking for a freeze, and they come up quite a bit short. And you heard Tristan Steinke say maybe that red rock is a little bit slower. We have seen over the course of a few games here, Melissa, the teams playing the red rocks, having some conversations, trying to figure out the set. And obviously that's one of the things about playing in a curling club as opposed to playing on arena ice. You're dealing with the stones that are in the club here, and teams have to take some time to learn them and figure them out. They may not know them, or they may be different from the last time they were here, and so it's an ongoing discussion always with the teams. As that is just a great shot from Colin Hodgson.
You like the right-hand one? Then we still have a center?
You better make contact if you're doing that.
I think I like
no
the
pressure.
right-hand one, but
I always love when the skip says something that essentially boils down to, well, just don't miss it.
Just don't miss.
If you don't miss, then it's okay.
Yeah, really pump up your team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty funny, actually. So Chris Kennedy, no pressure here, but needs to make contact. And does not.
So Karsten Sturmay's fears may be coming true here. A couple staggered guards and 2 perfect McEwen stones in behind. And this is some early pain here for Team Sturmay.
Derek would love to put another one right in front of those 2 blue stones. This is all about the line. As long as it's fully buried, you can pretty much put it anywhere 8 foot up.
Line's fine, just top 12. Want some space. Yep.
Line looks perfect.
Yep, full 12's okay. Good. Very nice. Good
That's
spot.
a great shot. Nice spot.
So 3 perfect stones to start the end here for Team McEwen, and Team Sturmay is into damage control mode here. If Chris Kennedy needed to make contact before, he certainly needs to make contact now.
Hard. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Whoa.
Closer on this one.
And that's a great
That's
shot.
a great shot, is right.
Very nice from Chris Kennedy. So it is still McEwen lying 2 with hammer, but it's certainly looking a lot better than it was a couple rocks ago for Karsten Sturmay. Very nice from Chris.
Could do this too. You like that?
He's starting with a hit. I don't mind the hit.
I mean, I love this.
Okay.
So Team Mike McEwen here just looking to create a little Penticton triangle here in the middle of the house.
Love to get it like right.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle, just a lot less dangerous.
Cross the touch.
Remember when the Bermuda Triangle was like a big thing?
It was a big
I feel
thing
like
at
we
one
just
point.
no one ever talks about it anymore.
No.
When I was a kid, I was positive I was just going to die in the Bermuda Triangle, just somehow. I don't know how, but that was like the most scary possible thing. And now I feel like we haven't heard about the Bermuda Triangle in like 20 years.
I agree. I wonder if it's still there.
I mean, I would assume
Like,
so.
is
I
it
mean,
still there?
It's an imaginary line, so I mean, it can be anywhere you want it to be. But I think we really need another accident in that area to really bring back its mystique.
See, now you're making me miss the Bermuda Triangle. Sheesh. All right, that's a little deeper than they were hoping. Obviously, they were trying to get it around top 12, top 8.
Yeah, that triangle's a little bit too much, a little too isosceles, not enough equilateral, if you know what I'm saying. Just a little geometry joke for the folks out there.
Look at you.
Well, you know, yesterday I sort of embarrassed myself on the stream with my lack of math knowledge. So I'm trying to pick it back up here. So an opportunity here for Tristan Steinke. We saw him make 2 fantastic hits last end. We'll see if he can keep that train rolling here, looking for a double.
If he can hit this right, he's actually trying to double it and roll his shooter back up towards the other blue stone as well.
See if you can spin it up.
Great
He will
shot.
not, but that is buried behind the guard, and Team Sturmay has really turned it around in the last few shots. Looking very nice without hammer here. Got one buried, but I think McEwen should be able to get at it, Melissa.
I think so. That red center guard about halfway.
I love this.
Like he loves it.
He loves it.
I think you play it.
Yeah, unless we graze our blue.
Any sort of top
only hit
in here is
quarter
a
of our blue
double.
and make it.
I love this.
He just loves it. He loves it, folks. Mike's a pretty low-key guy, so when Mike is saying that he really like what he's saying, he loves it.
Doesn't he just
He
freeze
really
on top,
loves it,
like-
folks.
I don't like this shot.
Reed does not love it.
So Mike loves
I don't
it,
really like this one.
This is a shot.
and Reed hates it.
Well, you could come right into the
So
side
what's
of
between
ours.
love and hate? Like? Medium?
Yeah,
Something?
yeah,
They got to
like,
find something
yeah,
they like.
yeah.
It's going to be an easy double.
Between love and hate,
What
those are
about,
my
out-turning Grazy
feelings
in the
about my
blue?
ex-girlfriend.
Grazy in the blue?
Poor Mike. He loved it so much, and now they're trying to change his mind.
Trying to take it away from him.
Yeah.
He still likes
Still
it.
loves it. Likes it. I don't know. One of them.
No, I think Mike still loves it.
Think it like bump.
Bump? Okay.
So
Again.
as so often happens, the skip gets their way.
Oh, he was so excited about it. You
Yeah.
can't take that away from him. It's like a
Exactly.
Christmas present. It's a Christmas morning.
I agree. So Reed Carruthers looking for a little in-off here.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Girl. Girl.
Just trying to get this in and tap their own.
Carol, Cole, you got to roll it. Go, buddy, go.
Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
And it won't get all the way, but it will get in front of that Carson Sturmay stone, but they're still sitting one without hammer.
I think that's
Didn't get
pretty
right
good.
underneath.
It's pretty good. I mean,
I think it's pretty high, Glenn, is the problem.
Can't see much of it, though. You might not
think it's
have
pretty high.
the
He's
ability
got
to
a-
use it if
he's
you
got a
need
third
it.
of the blue.
You can
It's
maybe
not a
see
great spot
maybe
to
a
freeze.
quarter of it.
What's that?
There's not a great spot to freeze. Like the pocket isn't quite tight enough. If you're in here, like I do understand that the red's not leaving town, but then
Yeah.
they just go nose-nose and we're in a world of trouble.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
then we're-
that's not great. And that's really tough to get there with that red
That's
being
fair.
there.
Yeah.
And if you're in the pocket, I think it's really bad because then he just goes
nose, and then we can't get hardly anything else. Okay, so where am I rolling to?
So I think your ideal is you flop like either right underneath so it's a jam.
Yeah.
That's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Second best is kind of just edge to edge.
Yeah, then he can't make the double and save his shooter, yeah.
Yeah, like you do have margin. Like if you're even a little bit thin, there is a point where you do go through the hole if you're really unlucky. But if you're half a rock, you kind of nuzzle and do the same thing.
The in-between, like, is not absolutely terrible either, because he can only see a third of this rock. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so let's go after that, yeah. Okay.
So you like easy?
I like easy, yep.
All right, I think it's been well explained to us. They're going to try and throw easy,
Like
get the
that,
hit and
guys?
flop. They would love to get
I think I should find the inside.
pretty much touching center if they could to set up the jam if that was there.
Like half, 2/3.
I think anywhere rolled towards the center is, as long as you get it at least half buried, you're in pretty good shape. What a turnaround this end's been the last couple of rocks, I tell you.
same thing happened last end. It's been a roller coaster of emotions out here.
Hard. Whoa.
But that's what we love as commentators.
Yes.
A nice back and forth game, and Tristan Steinke's had an excellent game so far. We'll see if he
Really
can
has.
continue it here.
This one's really over curling.
And if that
Wow.
blue one sits, that's okay. Well, the red one out counting it is really,
Big.
really saving Karsten Sturmay there. Yeah. So just getting a little bit inside that one, and things once again looking pretty positive for Team McEwen here with the hammer.
You're going to need like hack.
So just a
So
little
last one was a solid
hack
bump.
weight shot.
Okay.
Trying to get this one off the forefoot.
Sit close though. Sit close. Whoa. Girl. Close.
Weights up
Whoa.
a bit. Good
Yep,
communication
yep.
there by the front end.
Whoa. Whoa. Girl. Whoa. Girl.
This looks pretty darn good.
Roll, Hodge.
Back
Hard,
red.
hard, right over, right over.
What a shot by Reed.
Really nice touch from Reed Carruthers there, and it's Mike McEwen lying two with hammer.
Yeah, I mean, The trouble is, if you ever roll out, then you can bring that one into play.
I don't think you're ever rolling. Like, if anything, I'm crashing on the guard, and that's the bad shot, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't.
That's
It's
also not
very,
good.
very tough to roll out, like, without a smell.
Okay, do you ever hate coming off of this one? Maybe gives you an easier double on the next one?
Yeah, kinda. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Okay.
Because it's just so tough to make that roll precise, Tristan.
Yeah.
And like, say I only roll half a rock, I'm a sitting
Jams
duck
in
over
play.
here.
Jams in play. Okay. Do you have enough to make the double?
No, I don't. It's just like a bump weight, roll into it kind of shot.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, what, you got about a third of it?
Yeah. It's probably like a heavy hack. That's kind of what he threw.
Okay, okay, okay. Bump weight.
I think, yeah, it's going to come in with probably about 12.
I'm not sure how much he can actually see of that blue
If you're
stone.
light, it will break harder than you think.
There's a good look at it. I think you can even see less than maybe on the previous shot by Reed Carruthers. So he's trying to play bump weight, hit and roll towards the one on the 8 foot on the side. But what the biggest worry here, John, is if he misses it and they ever hit that one at the back of the 12 foot, it brings the other blue stone into play for a potential 4. So
yeah, it's tricky because you have to get close to the guard to make this hit. But if you get too close to the guard and you tick it, then you're in a world of hurt. So big shot here for Karsten Sturmay with his first. And he's calling the sweepers on right away, and that is not a good sign.
It is not.
Cannot tick this guard. Can Chris Kennedy keep it straight? He can. Wow.
Big roll, big roll, big roll.
What a sweep from Chris Kennedy. Managing to save Team Sturmay from disaster, although there might be a double here, Melissa.
And that was one of the things they were worried about. If it didn't roll enough, that they could set up the potential double. So, going back a shot to Carson's first shot there, I'm not sure why, Tristan did say, why don't we play the hit on the one on the right-hand side and roll towards the center? And Carson just didn't really like that one at all. He really wanted to play the one that he did, but I think the double is there for McEwen to potentially lie 3 here with only one Sturmay stone to come.
This is normal. I need to get to nose. I think that's close.
So Mike McEwen looking for a double to lie 3.
Whoa, yep. Whoa, yep.
He's close. What a shot.
And no mistake. So it is Mike McEwen with hammer laying 3, and Karsten Sturmay is going to have a decision to make here.
That's really far, though.
Well, the problem is, Karsten, I think, that's a gimme.
Pardon?
That's the run is a gimme.
Run is a gimme, but I guess it depends how you position it. It might only be for...
I think more often than not, it's pretty makeable for 3. Because he can throw bump weight at it. They're going to be so close. I think we take on the double.
Okay. 2/3? It's a little thicker than a half.
Yeah, a thick half, yeah.
I really like the information that Tristan was presenting there. The initial thought was to play the hit and roll on this outside one, but as Tristan points out, it's pretty much a gimme on the angle run for 3. So they're going to take on the double.
Thick. 2/3 is pretty close.
I'd really like to only limit Team
we'll run
McEwen
right
to a
through it,
deuce
eh?
here. Cross house double, not tough whatsoever.
See if Karsten Sturmay can pull it out here. Needs a cross house double.
Hard.
Doesn't get it, but does get shot stone. So Mike McEwen will still be forced to make a short run back for his 3.
So I gave you right there.
So just that one miss early on by Glenn Van Ants, just coming up short. They said it might have been the rock, but in any case, that really allowed Mike McEwen to get set up here, and they really haven't missed since, and a chance to put 3 on the board for Mike McEwen here. Final stone. Mike McEwen needs a 3-foot run back for 3.
Clean, clean.
Whoa, whoa!
Clean. Yep, 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 yep. Hard! Hard! Hard!
Will it stick around? It will not. So just over curling a little bit on Mike McEwen and misses the chance for 3, but does still put 2 on the board. So after half of this game, Mike McEwen with a 2-point lead, but Karsten Sturmay will have hammer when we come back. You're watching curling.com.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hi, I'm Troy Slater, Greenbrier Golf and Country Club and Greenbrier Estates and DNS Homes. Well, currently we have 143 lots in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which have been underway for a while now. And as you can see around Greenbrier, it's a great developed area just on the outskirts of Saskatoon. And now we've just started Phase 3, and we have another 54 lots available for sale now.
Northern Credit Union.
A true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
My name is Scott Henbury. I am the Vice President of Sales for Saskatchewan and Manitoba with Great Western Brewing Company. Yeah, our support of curling started a number of years ago, and we recognize that curling is a phenomenal sport that's very popular across all of Western Canada, and in fact across all of Canada. Our partnership with Team Flash is phenomenal. We love the support that you guys give us. And we certainly feel that we have a good partnership with you guys, and it's a reciprocal relationship. And we certainly wish you guys all the luck at the upcoming trials, and look forward to seeing you hopefully back here in Saskatoon.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Yeah, because it doesn't find the ridge at the end, so just kind of...
Good morning, folks, and welcome back to the Penticton Curling Club, home of the Nufloors Penticton Curling Classic. You're watching continuing coverage on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo for this battle of 2-0 teams here in Pool B, Mike McEwen and Karsten Sturmay. And I think, Karsten Sturmay playing well, but right now, Melissa, it's been all execution from Team McEwen. Obviously, Mike with a slight miss on his last one. They still scored the 2, but had a chance for 3, but it's been really solid from Mike McEwen so far this morning, making a lot of shots.
They have. I don't think they've really missed too many. Maybe Mike missed one draw, I think, a couple of ends ago. So really well played by both teams, really. But rock placement has been much better by Team McEwen so far this game.
The Reds are going to land up super close together.
I was thinking the high guard.
It's either corner or freeze.
I like this.
Of course, Mike McEwen, another team that has a lot of great sponsorship. We want to give their sponsors a shout out as well. Their season is brought to you by Remax, Carberry Sandhills Electric and Mechanical, Walgrain, Springland Manufacturing, TransCanada Brewing, Pride Electronics, and of course their feature sponsor and has been for a number of years now, Princess Auto. And their equipment sponsors are Hardline and Dynasty. Wonder why their equipment sponsors Dynasty.
Line's good.
I don't know. Do you know?
I do. Colin Hodgson, the lead, owns it.
I was joking.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just thought maybe there were people who are listening who may
maybe,
legitimately not know. So
Back four.
That's very true.
We got to fill them in.
Back four, just small
Chris.
So I think I might have blinked and blacked out for a sec because I thought the last call I heard they were going to throw the high corner, and they ended up calling the freeze. Did I miss something?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I was busy reading
Doing
out
sponsors.
McEwen sponsors,
That's
so
right.
I didn't see it. I didn't see either. But in any case, not the result they would have wanted. That's for sure.
Close.
And looking around at some of the other sheets over on sheet A, and all BC battle has been all Matt McCready so far. They're up 6-3 on Dean Jonice with the hammer playing 5. Beside them on sheet B, this game, of course, is also available on the Curling Live YouTube channel. Nicholas Edin from Sweden up 5-1 on Soo-Yuk Kim from South Korea. Over on sheet C, this game also available on the Curling Live YouTube channel. It's Kevin Cooey with a 5-3 lead over Jeremy Hardy. Jeremy Hardy has the hammer. They're playing 5. Right in front of us, Colton Flash has been dominating Cody Hartung up to this point. They lead 5-2 without the hammer. And I actually think we might be seeing another score go up on the board here for Flash. So I'll give you that real-time update. A steal of 2 in the 5th for Colton Flash. So it's a 7-2 lead for Colton Flash. Of course, both of these teams, Flash and Hartung, in this pool alongside Sturmay and McEwen. So if Flash would be able to finish this off against Hartung, they would go to 3-0 and go into a tie at 3-0 with whichever team wins this game. And then finally on sheet F, Wes Craig up 5-3 over Jared St. John. St. John with the hammer, they're playing 6.
Tristan. Good shot.
So good shot from Chris Kennedy there. I think they were maybe trying to clip that blue on Melissa to create a little bit of a pocket there and just missed, but still a nice shot to push that off of the top of the forefoot.
In the nose.
Yeah, it was a pretty good result, as you say. They were hoping to create that pocket, but they did push the blue one out. So little opportunity here now for Derek. Either play the double or the hit and roll. Might get both.
Hard! Really gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
This one's curling a ton.
Roll it. No, don't roll it.
There's your pocket.
Freeze. Small top is perfect. T-line.
I do like McEwen's hand signal there when it's a little firm. They kind of like flex their bicep. I liked that. None of this wave your hand over your head business. Just
flex.
Show the guns, yeah. So a good opportunity here for Chris Kennedy and Team Sturmay. As Karsten said, if he would ever be able to just move this rock a couple inches, they'd be looking really nice.
The position of those McEwen stones are definitely favoring Team Sturmay right now. Especially if they can, as you said, John, just tap ever so slightly. But the sweepers are pounding this one for line.
Off. Higher the better.
Going plan B here. Over curled. Wow.
That curled a mile.
A mile is right.
So this has kind of been the story for Team Sturmay so far. You know, they've had a pretty good game, but when they've had opportunities like that, they just haven't quite been able to capitalize on them. And that's what's led to McEwen having this 4-2 lead.
Freeze then?
Do you just go for the force at this point?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
It's probably the shot.
Yeah.
Like anything in here is...
I like that. How much do I get a hit? Quarter?
Try hit it. Third.
Third?
Trying to make the double and spin their shooter up. You heard Mike say, I think it's maybe time to try and go for the force.
Yep, yep, yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
And Reed Carruthers makes no mistake. So those are basically lying flat, and there's 2 of them. So
what a great shot.
Great shot from Reed, and now it's going to be up to Carson Sturmay as to maybe how aggressive they try to go for 2 here. That hit and roll might be available.
Bump.
What?
Tristan Steinke trying to play the hit and flop behind their red corner.
Whoa. Hold on. Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Still a small window here to set up their deuce if he can ever make this perfect.
Whoa, whoa. One.
That is pretty darn good.
Yeah, really nice shot.
Still see maybe half to 3 quarters.
He was almost easy. Yeah, okay. Draw.
I think
Wow.
So. Top 8. Top 8.
See over half.
I know, but you're rolling to a bad spot. I mean, I'd rather you just roll out then. I know, but we're still condensing the scoring.
Okay. 15-2, yeah.
I guess you could play hack. Even that, it's going to turn out good. Let's do that.
Okay.
Just hack.
Down hack. Yeah.
I think there was some surprise by the other 3 members of Team McEwen when he called the draw. And so that brought on some conversation as to should we be playing the draw up 2 without hammer when they are line one that you can pretty much see about half of it.
Yep.
Mike's biggest worry, of course, was when you hit and roll, you might not roll to a perfect spot and maybe a unfavorable spot for McEwen, but trying to get a piece here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's pretty darn good.
Roll back button.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
How much air do you have? Do you have enough to make that?
Yeah.
I guess worst case, you just roll into it. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Like the roll on top plays, doesn't it?
There is no roll on top. You'll end up beside it.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I mean, is there another play like draw top button? It's kind of a tough chase, as high as that guard is. You might just play the run. You like this? You ever hate drawing top button?
Pardon?
I was thinking just top button's kind of a tough chase.
Yeah, it's just, you're a little bit deep, it's terrible. You're a little light, it's terrible.
Yeah, not a whole lot of margin, hey?
No, you don't have much margin at all.
Okay, I like this then.
Like, I mean, I don't think you'll kill it, but I would rather move it over a bit than keep it right there. Because if you're a pocket right behind the button, that's not good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So is this peel more precise than dropping it top button?
I don't know. It's really whatever you feel. Like the thing with the hitting one of them is you do keep the blink in play.
Okay, I like it then.
So again, Karsten showing off his mastery of skip speak for just make it. Well, if you're a little light, it's terrible. If you're a little heavy, it's also terrible. So that's a good.
If you don't
way.
make it perfect, it's terrible.
If you don't make it perfect, it's terrible. So they obviously were thinking about maybe drawing the top button, and I think if you could walk the rock down there, that is the best spot to put it. But as we say, or I guess rather as Karsten said, it's if you don't make it perfect, then you're in a world of hurt. So just trying to keep the blank alive here, which in an odd end is not the worst. Trying to get a double here, but he's got to get by that center guard, and he will not, and will roll this blue one in.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably doesn't.
And now it's 3 rocks in the forefoot without hammer for Mike McEwen.
Mind you, I don't think he can roll up. I mean, if I guard, his shot's footer right there. I can't get it out.
We can't
so
guard.
I don't want to guard.
You're going somewhere. You're somewhere in here.
So I need to be in the way of that shot, right?
What about like this?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Right on the O?
Yeah. Split the O. Yep.
That's a perfect spot, I think.
Yep. Split the O.
What do you think? Are we looking at edge?
Yep. Yep.
Will that get me there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think. That'll be close.
With the right weight.
Get. Yeah, right here. Full 8, cross center a little. Full 8, cross center just a little. I mean, even if we were on the center line, it'd still be a good shot. Yeah, this is that fast track, please. Yeah, I definitely, I do not want to be deep. Deep bad. Try and give you a tight guard, top 12 weight, and just sweep it for the spot.
Mike also using his skip speak, John. I do not want to be deep bad.
Line's good.
Can you translate?
Line's good. Full 8.
Yeah.
Don't be deep.
He doesn't want to be deep.
Line's really good.
Probably.
We have our first exchange of gratitude out here as well. Colton Flash, 7-2 winners over Cody Hartung. So Flash will move to 3-0 and will join whichever team wins this game at the top of their pool.
That's pretty good.
Sit. That's fine.
Oh, wow, is that fast? Yeah.
And so now it's 4 rocks in the forefoot for Mike
Hit
McEwen.
this one
And
first. I think you might get it.
Sturmay's going to have to make some stuff move here.
I think it's the one first.
I'm wondering if it might go over the top is the problem. I'm thinking really thin on this one first probably gets that.
Sure.
It's pretty close either way. But. There you go.
Trying to get 3 of the blues moving here, and
One thin, you might get
A, open up this forefoot, but B, if you can ever make 3 go away, there's a small chance that the blank will still be alive.
Pardon? You gotta hit about a quarter. I think you might be able to make it off the other one too, but less certain about that one.
So Sturmay throwing a rocket here.
Want to hit the center one first if they could.
Oh, that one.
Hard.
Can't
A
really
really
sweep
nice
it.
shot from Karsten Sturmay.
Close.
Leaves his red right there too. So really nice shot to give himself a, probably an okay chance at 1 here.
Yep.
Mike will likely just be looking to hit and roll slightly in front of this blue. Of course, we're going to have coverage of the Penticton Curling Classic all day. covering all 4 draws today. Our next game coming up at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. John Epping will be playing against Jonathan Buke in an all-Ontario battle. And then you'll want to be sure you're here all day today. We've got, after that, Team Kevin Cooey against Team Nicholas Adine, which should be a phenomenal game. And then tonight we've got Team Dunstone against Team Glen Howard. So it's going to be a barn burner day here in Penticton.
Clean, line, clean, line, 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 line. Little roll.
Nice shot there by Mike McEwen.
So Mike gets exactly the role he wanted, and this is a familiar story here. Karsten Sturmay drawing against a bunch.
Still have a little bit of break.
Yeah, well, as long as we keep it on this side of the lawn.
And you can see
here.
Carson, they're actually talking, John, about the double, the nose double. I know there's some concern or some hesitation to throw that draw. Normally you'd step up and just throw the draw to the button for 1. But he's going to stay away from that. Elected to throw the double, nose double.
Yeah, we've seen a few teams do that here this week. They've elected to hit in a situation where maybe they would otherwise draw, just feeling a little bit more comfortable with that. So Karsten Sturmay will hope to be very comfortable here and trying to make a double, facing 3. Final stone.
Off.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yes. Yes.
And it just over curls on them, and so it will stick right there, and it will stick up on the scoreboard. Mike McEwen will take a 5-2 lead into the 6th end, but Karsten Sturmay will have the hammer when we return. You're watching the Nufloors Penticton Classic live on curling.com.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Northern Credit Union.
A true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
So we get a look at the scoreboard here as we return to the Penticton Curling Classic. It is Mike McEwen leading Karsten Sturmay 5-2, playing the 6th end here. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo, and we're maybe starting to see Team McEwen pull away a little bit here, Melissa.
Yeah, you know, it was a tough end for Team Sturmay in that last one. They talked about, on Tristan's shot, they talked a lot about what they need to do, and unfortunately hit the guard, put them in a bit of a pickle before Karsten had to throw his last stones. And John, we've talked about this a lot on this end, or on this ice, pardon me, is there was an opportunity just for a straight draw to the tee line to get your single, but electing to throw the double, the nose double, simply because the teams just aren't 100% confident on the draw weight.
Does not need finish, no finish.
You gotta just strict north-south, yeah.
Good shot. Okay.
Close. Yeah, I got close. I got close right now. I think you can.
Cullen's first rock just slips back button.
It's running. It looks good though.
You can go.
Just trying to put this one top 8-ish.
Keep going.
Anywhere around that center line in the rings is good.
Curl distance, I guess. Oh, geez. What the?
Okay.
I didn't have that light.
Do you hate a high one on that?
They didn't want to miss the house on that one.
No.
Need to be terribly high. You don't want to leave that.
They're all a little
So, like,
shocked about the result of that rock.
what? Even. Even.
I thought we'd still get that easy today.
You like that?
Glenn being asked to throw a high guard on that blue stone that's ended up outside the rings as well, so they kind of get a double corner guard.
Mine's good.
Tight.
Mine's great. It's just got to sit. Over curling. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, you got the right depth.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's perfect.
Good shot, Glenn. Attaboy.
So nice shot from Glenn Venance there to cap that corner. And a positive start to the end here for Karsten Sturmay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd light.
Looks like they're trying to choke off that double guard, so just trying to get partially around those two corners.
Hard call, gotta bounce it. Gotta bounce it, buddy.
And this one's coming up a bit light too, John.
I think it's just a straight come around for now.
That's good.
So Team McEwen just maybe a little perplexed by the ice here.
Top 8.
And this is really opening the door here for Karsten Sturmay to
close?
generate a deuce.
Yeah, if you're Karsten Sturmay, you're pretty happy with the number of guards you have out front.
Absolutely, yeah. You're thrilled.
Top 12.
Mine's good.
Chris Kennedy trying to get one buried behind those staggered
Mine's
blue
good.
guards.
Tight. Tight
We've seen
line.
a few come up light so far in this path.
Line.
Again, this one's
Oh.
curling a ton.
Yes, yes, yes. Hard. Spell it off.
I don't know if they're just not giving enough ice or just not enough weight. Looks like it's light again, so
yeah.
got to throw an extra 5 feet or so at least.
Yeah, it just seems like again once the rock hits the break point, there's just no saving it.
The only other shot is hammer this now.
That's a good shot. Make him go, bro.
Even. Yeah. No, I mean, if you could hammer it there. Okay. Pretty close to just shade high.
Shade high. Nose is fine.
Whoa, curl.
So Derek Samagalski trying to get rid of these guards and
Okay. Tough one.
just maybe not the best release there. Mike sort of indicating right away that it was not close. So another chance for Karsten Sturmay to bury one behind these 3 guards, and we'll see if they can figure out this spot.
Tight, top 12. Top 12.
This looks a lot better for line.
Yeah, it's just again maybe
Whoa,
light
Glenn,
in this
Glenn,
path.
Glenn.
It looks light.
Just top 12 for the light.
Yeah, they're light again, and there it goes sideways.
Hard. You got to bounce it off.
Or short of it.
Yeah, I don't know, just don't know what to say. Neither team can really figure out this path. I don't know.
You don't think it's the Bermuda Triangle, do you?
Could be. Maybe it's just
like right there.
Located right in the front of the house. Yeah.
You can hit half a stone and clear these. Probably go here now.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Reed Carruthers can figure out this puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not bad either, really. Yeah, guard's pretty good.
Right here.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I'm just saying this is the best shot.
Let's make the guard, boys.
But
I like the guard. Yeah. Guard.
I mean, I don't know.
Little more. Little more.
Both skips kind of having a bit of a chuckle, trying to figure out that path. So Mike's like, that's enough of that. Let's just throw the guard. Taking a lot of ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I had a 15-6 on his last shot. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Reed Carruthers just looking to
line's good.
Whoa.
guard this hole here.
Yep. Yep.
Line's good.
Distance.
And we have another, you can see even this one's really curling a lot, but Reed Carruthers does find the hole there. So McEwen lying one without hammer, and we have another exchange of gratitude over on sheet B. Nicholas Adine finishing off Suyuk Kim. So Adine will move to 3-0.
What's that? Think we can get to there? Think we can get to the button? Yeah, like to come around.
Kim will fall to 1 and 2.
A little wider here.
So Carson just asking the team, do you want to play the run right now and try and remove that one off the back button, or do you want to try and freeze to it? And, you know, I can see why they're a little hesitant in throwing the draw just simply because of what's happened thus far. But if they could ever put one, even actually, John, even if they freeze to this one perfectly, how do you ever get two?
Well, exactly.
So I'm not sure this really accomplishes what you need it to, even though if you make it perfect.
Yeah, you got to think if you're Sturmay, you want to score 2 here. You kind of have to score 2 here.
I agree.
Chris!
So this one just on a little wider path and not quite curling as much as they thought it might.
And it's light
and
as
this is
well.
dying too. So we're just seeing both teams here struggle to find the right way into the house here.
I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do about that. Way less ice, I guess, but.
The only other shot is you can chip this in.
Don't mind that.
This actually looks like the first end of a game, especially back in the day where, you know, now obviously we have nippers and ways of kind of, you know, we do pre-game practice and it's sort of the, you know, you can grind down the ice. But back in the day, you know, you didn't really have any of that stuff. They pebbled the ice. You went out there. You didn't have any practice. You just flipped for hammer. Then you started playing. And this sort of resembles the first end of one of those games. A bunch of teams trying to draw and just can't find their way into the rings.
5-6.
I remember the days when you almost had to throw it overhand just to get it to the house for the first end.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
So they talked about maybe trying to tap that blue stone on the far right into the rings, but
I think it's close.
looks like they've elected just to throw another guard.
Wait for line. Wait for line.
Go ahead, Derek. Really got to curl it. Curl distance. Curl distance. Keep going, bud.
Keep going.
Keep going. You got to go. Got to go. Got to
Keep
go.
going.
Got to go. Got to go.
I'm not really sure what they're protecting there, John. I I
the
don't
double
mean that,
run, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't mean to be mean, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were just looking at guarding that double run. They figured that was Sturmay's only way into the rings.
7-5 on this one.
Yeah, I kind of like the tap, the angle tap, just to throw another one into the rings.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I hitting it?
It's been difficult to get them in there, so why not?
Shooter's free. Okay. 7-5 right on nose.
7-5 right on the nose.
Actually, throw peel. Peel.
Actually,
right
throw
on
peel.
nose.
So Sturmay just trying to carve out a path into the house here.
Oh. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. Yes.
And that worked out pretty well. Maybe that's how Sturmay finds a way to score too.
Red hit.
Nice shot from Tristan Steinke.
Yeah.
What a shot.
I think you're just guarding this.
I think now you're guarding the run for sure.
Well, but at least I can see
that.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're guarding this.
Yeah.
This is the decent side.
It is. And your higher guard. Yeah, that's good. High guard.
Right now, Karsten does have two options, actually, two raises on his own stone to get to that blue one. The one right on the center, which is the one they're guarding, and of course the one on the far right.
Yeah, Mike figures that even if Karsten plays the run, the slash on the red on the right, as you're looking at it, it will expose the red that's in the house. So he'll have some kind of in-off on that one.
Okay, if you can for line.
I thought hot.
Okay, whoa then. Where?
If you're to it, we got to.
Okay, we got to be high. Yep, line.
Yes!
Okay, whoa, off.
Don't want to line this up.
No, I was thinking.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I
I don't
believe.
think we need to whip this one.
No.
I think it's like
Yeah, I think with the drag effect here, it's probably lined up perfectly.
2/3 on the high side may even drag it too much.
I mean, like, it's super precise, but, like, you'd love to
Yeah,
do that.
no, I'm just trying to figure out the right spot to hit in.
Yeah.
I think it's like a firm, or is firm too much? It's gonna have a lot of energy.
So just a little unlucky for Mike McEwen. Pretty much put it in the perfect
like
spot.
A medium?
Yeah.
I think
For
it's
Karsten
medium.
Sturmay,
You hit it like 3/4 high.
Okay, so you're seeing the out with this?
Yes.
Okay.
This will finish up.
Yeah, you're hitting it right there, hey?
Yeah, 3/4 high. Half might do it.
So
You
3/4
gotta be on the high
high
side,
will
though,
drag
Tristan.
blue onto red, and hopefully the red
Hair
straight
less.
back onto the blue back button.
Like 3/4, 2/3 high, I think is pretty close. Medium. Keep a broom down on this one over that dead spot, okay?
I don't think you want to hit this too thin. You don't want the drag to
No.
go over top.
No, they're saying 3/4, so not throwing a heater at it, just looking for a nice little normal weight drag and hit.
Chris! Hard, Chris!
Hit as much as you can here.
And
Nice
that
shot.
Drags not only perfectly, but gets a great roll and
What a shot by Karsten Sturmay.
very well read. And
Probably top it out or play the run.
now it's Mike McEwen on the back foot here for the first time.
Throw normals, you know. Throwing a bunch of normals right here.
What, like intern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like intern with firm.
Intern firm, middle.
So Mike McEwen going to be forced to run this blue into the house to prevent Sturmay from scoring 3. Obviously, he'd like to hit this right on the nose and sit shot right there, but priority 1, making it go away.
A little more.
Yeah, at this point, Mike would be very happy getting out of here with only giving up 2.
So final stone.
Yep. Yep. Ah!
Samagalski on it out of the hand.
Yep. Yep. Whoa.
And just missed getting it on the nose, but will make that red go away. But it'll be an open hit for Karsten Sturmay for 2.
I just think, I kind of see the in here just because I think that top one's going to be in your face a little bit.
I don't really think so. I think if I throw it really similar to the last one, it'll be close.
I just think it's going to break across. Okay.
Throw it the same.
Do you like firm, Karsten?
I think I was a little heavy last time. It'll be like a 9. Yeah. I was probably about a 9 last time, eh? Okay. Yeah, same thing.
I think Karsten's throwing the out turn simply because he threw it on his previous shot. But John, when you look at it from the hack position, you kind of see that high guard, high blue stone in your visual. So sometimes it's kind of an easier sight line if you're throwing the other turn. But it's all preference again, what you like
Hard.
when you're the skip.
Hard.
And
Hard.
regardless, hit it for 2.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Glenn Van Nance right out of the hand all over this, but it looks like it will stick around. And so Karsten Sturmay capitalizes on a mistake from Mike McEwen and puts it right on the scoreboard. He gets 2 back, and Mike McEwen will have a 1-point lead and the hammer when we come back with the 7th end live from Penticton, BC. You're watching curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hi, I'm Troy Slater, Greenbrier Golf and Country Club and Greenbrier Estates and DNS Homes. Well, currently we have 143 lots in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which have been underway for a while now. And as you can see around Greenbrier, it's a great developed area just on the outskirts of Saskatoon. And now we've just started Phase 3, and we have another 54 lots available for sale now.
My name is Scott Henbury. I am the Vice President of Sales for Saskatchewan and Manitoba with Great Western Brewing Company. Yeah, our support of curling started a number of years ago, and we recognize that curling is a phenomenal sport that's very popular across all of Western Canada, in fact, across all of Canada. Our partnership with Team Flash is phenomenal. We love the support that you guys give us, and we certainly feel that we have a good partnership with you guys, and it's a reciprocal relationship, and we certainly wish you guys all the luck at the upcoming trials, and look forward to seeing you hopefully here back here in Saskatoon.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Penticton Curling Classic live from Penticton, British Columbia. You're watching Team Sturmay versus Team McEwen, and a good look at Karsten Sturmay there as he was able to finally get things going a little bit in his direction, picking up 2 in the 6th end, and it's now Mike McEwen up by 1 with the hammer.
You think back, that was kind of a weird end. There was
very weird end,
like,
yes.
What was it, 5 or 6 rocks coming up short, and it was the last 3 or 4 rocks that finally put the 2 on the board for Karsten Sturmay.
Okay, buddy, here you go.
So pretty darn happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, again, Mike McEwen just making a little bit of a mistake. He was trying to throw a guard, came a little bit too deep, and lined things up perfectly for Karsten Sturmay. And, of course, Tristan Steinke made an excellent shot on his rock before that, making a peel and kissing their own rock into the house. And so, yeah, just a couple really nice shots from Team Sturmay and one sort of uncharacteristic miss from Mike McEwen. And it's on the board. So we'll see if Sturmay can keep it going here without hammer in the 7th. We've got a few other finals we can tell you about here. We have a true final finally over on sheet A. It was already pretty much a done deal, but now officially official. Matthew McCready defeating Dean Jonice 8-3, the final score there. And on sheet F, it was Wes Craig victorious over Jared St. John, so he picks up his first win of the tournament. That was a 6-4 win over there. So just 2 games left out here right now. Jeremy Hardy actually stealing 1 on Kevin Cooey in the 6th. So at one point, Hardy was down 4-1, and they're now leading 6-5. They're playing the 7th in that one, and Kevin Cooey has hammer.
We're all there, back 8.
Although the house is pretty much wide open, so it looks like Cooey will take the hammer into 8 on that one, and that game is available on Curling Live's YouTube. So you can head on over there, hit subscribe, and have a dual box going as you watch the conclusions of these 2 games simultaneously. And so Mike McEwen set up pretty well here, and you can see that peeling the guard is a good way to keep the blank in play too. I'm sure McEwen would be fine keeping the hammer into the 8th end with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, that last stone by Chris Kennedy, unfortunately slipping, we think, right through the rings. You can see it there at the back. Might be biting, but
it doesn't look
not
like
sure it's going to be too much of an issue at this point.
Tight, yeah, on this side of the line.
And of course, this draw brought to you by Canadian Tire, Grayback Construction, and Kettle Valley Memorial. Nufloors is our presenting sponsor here in Penticton, and then each of these featured draws on curling.com brought to you by a trio of local businesses. So we want to thank Canadian Tire, Grayback Construction, and Kettle Valley Memorial for their support.
Half tight.
Early. Keep it out there. Yeah, early.
Tight.
Line's good.
Just tight.
Right here.
Think you're there.
Looking for a guard here. Throw a few more guards this end before they decide to make the next play.
Yeah, they certainly don't want to give McEwen 2 here,
No.
so at some point they're going to have to decide what to do.
The out-turn corner.
Both teams still having a look to see whether that rock is on the paint or not. My buddy John says it's not, right, John?
I don't think it's in, no, but cameras can always be deceiving.
Shot.
So nice peel made there by Derek Samagalski.
Shot.
Looks like Sturmay is going to throw another center guard here.
I think at least one more.
Line's good. Hard. Hard to my broom.
And beside us, Kevin Cooey does make the blank successfully in 7. So it'll be Kevin Cooey with the hammer down 1 going into the 8th end against Jeremy Hardy. And as we said before, that game is available on Curling Live's YouTube page. So you can watch this one and that one as they conclude here this draw 5 at the Penticton Classic.
Whoa, curl. Whoa, curl. It's fine. Clean.
Clean. Yep.
Line. Line.
That moves.
Ooh. Oh. Just misses that one in the house there.
Yeah, I think so.
And so Sturmay is getting aggressive here. But I guess in playing the center guards, they had sort of already decided to do this because you would have tried to start hitting earlier on if you were just looking to blank.
Bang your way out of this one.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, they're grouped then.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
You don't really see a force
Even
happening
if your nose,
here.
it's not bad. I'll have a double on my next.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Medium.
You gonna hear more?
I kind of like this. You don't have to throw away the game here. If you don't make the draw around that one in the top of the house, you're giving up 3 and it's game over. Whereas, yes, if you blank, McEwen keeps the hammer into the 8th end, but you might get a steal. So I like this call.
I would agree.
Just looking to nose and, sorry, just looking to nose and leaving maybe a double for Carson on his next one.
Glenn.
Oof. Got lucky that they didn't jam that, but unlucky to roll out. And now the 2 is certainly in play for Mike McEwen. They're just going to decide if they even want it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think in a tie game, maybe you'd peel this out and not take 2 and take your hammer to 8. But when you're up 1, if you get 2, a 3-point lead going into the 8th is.
I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's what I always prefer too. But of course, teams can.
Ram, you could throw here.
Yeah, we're just talking pass though.
Yeah, you're right. This will be good.
14-7 then? Okay.
I think this is a really good call.
I had hard. I got hard, boys.
Just have to put it on the paint.
Yeah, ideally you don't leave Sturmay a double.
Well, I don't think you really want it deep. Yeah, Derek's right. Back 12. Back 12. I think you're there.
Good.
So a little heavier than they were expecting, but they call the audible, and that's in a pretty good spot there. So it's McEwen lying 2 with hammer here in the 7th.
I think, I don't know if you're going to have an easier double. True. You know?
Flop.
I don't really love the flop. I think that he's got too much room to clear it, and you're going to have just a double. You can come around too. That's another way to do it. He's got to make the run.
I think it's either the flop or the come around.
I don't love the flop. I don't hate the double, Karsten. Like, what's that?
YS flop, double, or come around.
Chris and I like the drop. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's not an easy spot to throw a precise hit on.
You need a miss no matter what you do.
The nice part is even if he does make it, he stuffs back here somewhere. I have a freeze where I can put it on a good spot where it goes into that guy. Okay. All right. That was pretty close.
So they talked about throwing the come around on the first one, or on the previous rock, and they elected to throw the hit in order to try and group the stones. With the miss, Team McEwen now threw that one back 12, but now instead of trying to regroup them, they've elected to throw the come around, which I get, but now you're all in. It's all or nothing here.
This is all or nothing on this shot for sure, yeah. Yeah, again, I think it just comes down to team preference. If that's what they see and that's what they think is their best way to get out of this, then okay. And so Carson Sturmay just looking to come around here.
I didn't extend much, but
Line's
I still think
good.
you're big.
Line's good.
Needs to make this come around good. McEwen lying too.
Close. Tight.
Line's great. Right here.
Tight line.
Line's great.
Yeah, this is all about the line, trying to get this one as deep as possible.
Hard, Chris.
Just Chris.
Make Mike McEwen have to throw that run. That's a nice shot.
Really good shot from Carson Sturmay. Called and made. That's a fantastic spot. And so Mike McEwen will be forced to play the run here. Oh, maybe he sees it. I guess you could see enough of it that you can probably come around.
I think I like the just back liner. Well, this should be a really good try.
You don't like that?
I think you just make her, bud.
I agree.
Yeah. Intern.
I was thinking intern with normal, bud.
Okay. Intern normal. Sure.
I've seen that.
Yeah. You'll get a bit of curl. I think you can take more than that. You'll get movement off the foam.
Carson put that in about as perfect spot as he could, so this forces now Mike McEwen to play the run.
You're thinking just a little more ice?
Like this?
The key here for McEwen as well, the stone that they're running, they don't want to jam it. They don't want to leave it right there for Carson Sturmay to be able to freeze to. So ideally, they would hit both of these rocks out.
So Mike McEwen's first with hammer here in the 7th.
Yep.
Whoa!
Looking for a run back.
Whoa!
Yep. Yes! Whoa! 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 It's good.
Nice shot.
And
Real
really
good.
nice from Mike McEwen.
That's a pistol.
Pretty much exactly the way they drew it up.
We'll finish a lot at the end.
It did, yeah.
And Sturmay, you make it once, might as well try and make it again. But this is his last shot, so this is really game on the line here. If you don't make this, that will be all she wrote.
Is that tight ice or is that pretty close?
Slightly different path than the one he just threw. But again, would like to get this behind the tee line. Just shot rock back 8.
Final stone for Carson Sturmay. Mike McEwen sitting 2. Sturmay needs to make a come around here to save the game.
Line's good. Little room. It's going to be Chris.
No, then.
Okay.
This needs to slow down.
Yeah, Chris, if you can. Stay close, Chris. Okay, Reed then.
Reed. You do it, Reed.
Okay, Reed, finish it off for us.
Oh, wow.
And I don't think it stopped in time. It's hard to say, but
It's us.
14 white.
yeah, I think it's
I
blue.
think it's blue.
I agreeing with Mike McEwen.
Yep. It is. It's us.
Do you ever play for 3? I could just draw to it.
I think.
Draw to it. We just got to move it a half
I
raw.
think you're flirting. I think we take our 2. You're not missing that draw.
I think I just draw to it, and if you could sweep it to make it, then you do. But I throw back 4.
Yeah, we're shot. Sure. I had a 4.
Yeah, 14, 4, 5.
Okay.
It's full paw.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
the-
15-ish.
The debate here is whether you just draw for
ice.
2 or you
We can
actually
work
try
it
to
to
come
curl.
down to this one and move it for 3.
Mine will run longer than.
And I think really there's not a ton of danger here for Mike McEwen. The only thing he can't do is
I'm just gonna throw
rack off
back
the top
4-weight.
blue.
this is
That
good.
would move it out of being shot, and then they would only score 1. But I think it's mostly a sweeping shot. As long as you get it past that blue one, the sweepers carry it to poke it past the blue one in the back house. And get 3. So I like the call. I think it's the right call. You're going to draw anyway. You might as well draw to this one and try to get 3.
I agree, and he's going to throw it back 4 and let the sweepers do the rest, and if he can ever bump that a couple feet, he'll get 3 and pretty much seal his fate here.
So here we go. Final stone for Mike McEwen in the 7th end. Sitting 1. Needs a back house push for 3.
Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean. Whoa, whoa. Line's fine. Clean. Go ahead.
Curl distance.
Curl and go. Curl and go. Hard boys, you got a chance. Keep going. Keep going.
Can the sweepers get it there? Can they move it far enough? They can.
Wow.
Fantastic shot from Mike McEwen.
Great shot.
We'll wait for the confirmation, but it certainly looks like blue from up here. And it is. Phenomenal sweep from Hodgson and Samagalski, and that is an exchange of gratitude here on sheet D. Phenomenal last shot from Mike McEwen. We've said that a few times this game, but we'll put 3 on the board, and that'll make the final score 8-4. So Mike McEwen will join Colton Flash at 3-0 atop Pool B. They'll have a big clash later today, and it'll be a chance for Sturmay hopefully to get back into it too. They'll drop to 2-1. You've been watching the Penticton Nufloors Classic live on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. For Melissa Saligo, I'm John Cullen. We'll see you back here very soon. Goodbye.